of the starter. I know I just typed it, you guys. I just didn't remember what I typed. Okay, so we're on day 3 of the starter. If anybody saw my post from earlier today, okay, because remember with you guys last night, I was like, wow, my starter's really taking off. That was this one. See how it's got all those holes? So I go into the room with Joe, or maybe the living room or something. Anyways, I go out of this room over there, and I was like, I don't know, something. I was like, man, I'm thirsty. Let me see if Joe wants. I'll see if Joe wants some water. So then I come back in the kitchen, I grab a water, and I look in mine original had, because I had moved it over into this bowl or into this, and then I made a new one. So this had grown like up here, and I was like, dang, holy cow, it's big. So then I got excited, and I was like, like, oh my gosh, do you know what it's like to be obsessed? Like when you see it grow, when you see it grow big, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to use it for something. So then I'm like, do I want some bagels? What do I want? And I'm still trying. I mean, I had decent sourdough bread, like in a loaf pan, and I had decent sourdough, you know, like mediocre, but I wanted to have success. So I said, you know what? If the sourdough's, you know, feeling it today and it's all big and everything's beautiful, let's use it. So I grabbed a bowl. Now I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys how I feel like I'm showing you that confuses you guys. But this is ours that we're doing here. But I wanted you guys to see something. Look. See how it was up there? It's kind of dirty right there. It grew up during the day today. And then like right now, it dropped back down. Okay, it's just like the basic one that's in my fridge. It's hungry, it wants to be fed. If I want to use it, I gotta feed it. Can't use this. This I cannot use. It will not work for me. Okay? This one has like little bubbles in it. It looks like it's ready to, it looks like it's ready. Okay? You can see the little holes in the side of it, all those little dots. But this, I tested it because I thought, let me make another loaf real quick, you know, while I'm kind of here, if it's still active. And it had already dropped. You have once you feed it, it grows. And then you have like 3 or 4 hours of that. And then it starts growing down, and you have like 2 or 3 hours of that. And then it keeps going down. Once it's down, you have to start all over again. Okay? This rose to the occasion. If I was going to use it, I had to use it around 5 or 6. It has since dropped, and it is no longer ready to be used. Okay. I'm going to put this away. Okay. This we're going to feed again with you. But this is the one that, oh my God, do you know that it was like, Joe, what time did I wake up this morning? I don't know, like 8 or 9. I had gotten up and I said, oh my gosh, I can't even describe it. I saw it and I said, let me see if it's ready to go. It did. It floated. There's a float test you do. And then I said, you know what? Let me make it real fast. I didn't even use a recipe because I was in my head like, I'm going to do it real fast. Okay. So then I decided to, why did I feel a hair on me? Anyways, I made it really fast. I threw it together. A couple hours later, I went to bed, I stretched it once or twice, didn't even stretch it at all. Then around 5:30, I came in here and it had been like this big. And I was like, oh my God, I had never seen my starter get this big. My starter dough rise as much as it did. But it did, and I was excited. Okay, so once it rose, I got excited. I put it in my little basket. This is the basket it goes into right before it bakes. Okay, put it in there, put it in the fridge, sealed it up, closed it, snipped it up, or whatever it's called. And then around 8:30, 9 o'clock, so it was only for 4 hours it was in the fridge. About 8:30, 9 o'clock, I said, I'm going to see if it's going to go. I put my oven on 500 or 450, got the oven hot, put my pan in there, got it hot. Fast forward, threw that into my thing. and I crossed my fingers. I put the lid on it, and then 3 or 4 hours, or like after about 20 minutes, I came and I looked at the glass top and I saw that it was a big dome. I was so excited. And then I told Joe, I was like, hey, guess what? My sourdough actually grew big. And he's like, really? And I go, yeah, okay. Well, then I took the lid off and did another 15, 20 minutes with no lid. Very excited again. Then, so it was a total about 40 minutes. Then I took it out, couldn't wait. I only waited about 10 minutes and then I cut it. You're supposed to wait like 20 minutes or wait till it's completely cool. Nope, didn't happen. I waited barely 10 minutes. But I was so excited. My sourdough, the reason it was I was excited is because when I make my sourdough in a loaf pan, it kind of doesn't feel real. I don't know why. But this was a ball of sourdough and I was super excited. So here we are with this. We got to get our bag of discard. Okay, it's just old sourdough, like yesterday's. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put it in the same bag, and then I'm gonna dump it on the 5th day or the 6th day. Just don't put it down the sink. It will clog up your. It turns into cement in your pipes. It's flour and water. That's what it does. So I'm gonna turn you guys down a little bit. Okay. So this is what it looks like, and I'm gonna put it in this bag. Just as much as you want or as little as you want. Then I'm going to get my spatula and I'm going to scrape it around. Clean off I do it just because I get OCD and I want to see inside of it. Oh, but it grew, like it was down. See where this thing was? It grew all the way up there and then it dropped. See right there? That's how high I got. So anyways, we're going to just clean it off. I'm going to clean it off, put more flour, put more water, and then keep it moving. You guys, I was so excited. I was so excited when I woke up in the middle of the night and I'm like, oh my God, my yeast is ready. My starter is like wanting to do something. I call mine Bubbles. I don't know, it's just the name I made for it. There's some people that call theirs Hazel. There's people that call it Sparky. I call mine Bubbles because she gets bubbly. And that's the name I made for her, Bubbles. This is this is the starter is the name of Bubbles. Okay, because that's what I want to see on it is Bubbles. Okay, flour. Again, unbleached flour. This is my water. I don't know if it's warm enough. I did my water test a minute ago to see if I could bake something, and I used more than I was planning to use. Okay. Going to... Done. There's not much water in there. All right. So I dumped it. Put this aside. Hey, William Brooklyn. Thank you for coming in, honey. I appreciate you so much. All right, I'm going to put, they're barely, oh shoot, I was supposed to do a half a cup, you guys. Dang it. I got thinking like I was feeding my starter, because that's how I feed my starter. I do usually do 1 or 2 spoons when I'm doing my baking. Okay, let's pretend I put a half a cup in there. Half a cup, and then I'm going to put a half a cup of water. Dang it, I'm so dumb, you guys. I apologize. Putting this in, remember, I want it chunky and dry. I can't believe that I just did. I apologize, you guys. But a half a cup of flour, because I took some flour out. But you guys, you want me to tell you the truth? I saw somebody who made it with a tablespoon of flour. It was just a teeny little thing at the bottom, and he was mixing it like this with his little spatula like this. So I know I just didn't follow him from beginning to end. I just saw, like, once you start using it on your feed and on YouTube, all of a sudden all your stuff is stuff for sourdough, or you know what I mean. I know I follow also True Crime and Crama and Drama, so I mean I follow people on different communities. So anyways, you know what I mean. I'll get Jenny Jen stuff, Flava stuff. I'll get people's stuff from the drama community, but then I also follow like Queen and follow Clue, so I get that stuff. But I follow baking stuff and trials, so then I get a lot of. So sometimes I'm not supposed to be. Sometimes I'm supposed to be modding for Kathy, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to finish that episode. I feel really, really bad, But she has a lot of mods in there, so I just feel bad for her. But man, some of these cases, my God, they're unbelievable. Some are like custodial parent, or I watch 23 and 1, and he's hilarious. And then after he shows a segment of somebody getting smoked, then I want to follow and see what happened with that actual story and real. Like he'll talk about the guy, or I'll read the description and it says the guy's name. And I'm like, oh man, that's serious. So then I want to start find out what that story was about. And then, you know, how it's like I get in a rabbit hole and I want to know more about the trial and what happened with the case and whose his attorney was, and I don't know, stupid stuff. Back to what I was trying to say though. And then I was like scroll up and all of a sudden it's like a sourdough recipe. And then I get super excited and then I'll want to go, you know what, I'm going to the kitchen right now and I'm going to make me some sourdough. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Okay, this is day 3 of it. We started with day 1. Day 2, I poured a little out and I added more flour and water. Day 3, I poured some more out and added more flour and water. But if you only have a little flour, you guys, I'm telling you, I saw a guy do it with a tiny bit. You know what, I even saw one. Once you guys get it going, I saw a girl, I think Emily, she was used all of her starter, like, you know, like this is my age starter. This one's a lot stronger because it's like 2 or 3 months old. This is a new starter. It's only 3 days old. But she had used all of her starter and there was just the remnants on the side. And she wanted to show how strong it is that she used all the starter that's in here. And then she just put warm water in it and shook it up like this. And then in 2 days, she came back and there was already grown. So it is really strong. It's I don't even know how to tell you. It's like one of the most feelings of excitement when you see it start growing. But this one I didn't need. I just wanted to show you guys the whole step. And instead of telling you about it, I wanted to actually do it with you guys. So I'll probably just pour it into a separate bowl or something. I try to keep them separate only because this is my aged starter. And I want to use this one for my sourdough because it's very touchy. Once you start making sourdough bread, very touchy. It's got to be a certain temperature of it when you're going to use it. The bread's got to be a certain temperature when you're ready to, when it's fermenting. It's got to be everything. It's really, really. Imagine your 13-year-old female daughter who dramatic about everything, but it's got, you know, like, let me just tell you, unless you've raised a daughter, only you know what I'm talking about. A daughter is a whole different breed. What am I doing? Oh, let me just get this. This is what I put on it when I put it in there. Like, I took it out of this because it sat in here. And then I flipped it out onto here. And then I put this in the oven in my pan. I'm going to bring you guys with me at some point when I do that. But for right now, this is done. I'm going to put this again to... We're now on day Thursday, and we are doing the 10 o'clock at night. Okay, just before Friday. That's what this line right here. I should probably make that easier so that way I can see it. Okay, guys. I'm going to put this red line right there. Okay, so it's on right before Friday. It's not on Friday. It's on Thursday, and it's late at night. All right, y'all have a blessed night. Members, I got a new video up if anybody wants to watch it. Please hit the like if you could. But we have a new members up. We went out today. We took you guys along with us on a field trip. Went out for lunch. But other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll probably be doing a regular live instead of a members only live. Taking off my I think tomorrow I'm going to do a series starting next week. We're doing potato salad, macaroni salad, and I believe we're going to do a strawberry feta salad and then a pasta salad next week. That's for everybody. But I do usually do my members only for the first 24 hours. Today was a members live. We went out on a field trip, took you guys with us out to one of my favorite restaurants. I had one of my favorite salads. Anyways, I love you guys. Be blessed. I'm going to put this aside. Oh, and that's another thing. You got to put it like, you know what I mean? Like in the summer, it's a little bit easier right now because it's kind of warm everywhere. But in the winter, you really got to look for a warm spot to put it. That's it. Look at my sourdough. Okay, fine. Bye, guys. Have a good night.